All right, good morning, everybody. I think we're going to be nearing our last classes coming out, and we should be starting momentarily.
Where's my mom at?
¿Construido?
Okay, hello.
Is that everybody? Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. If you could find a spot and stick to it, because we will be starting the parade momentarily. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Welcome again to one of our wonderful events here at PS 68. I thank you all for being here. The students are excited. Thank you, wonderful teachers and our wonderful families. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all you do and all your support here at PS 68. In just a few minutes, we are going to have our color guard present, and we will say the Pledge of Allegiance. But before that, we're here today. It's a special day, Memorial Day, to remember in this beautiful park at Evergreen Park. I'd like us today to honor the loyalty and bravery of our fallen men and women who have served in the military. While this day is typically spent recalling the valor of men and women who died in combat, we must never forget those quiet professionals who answered the noble calling to serve the people of the United States in peacetime as well. The history of our nation and those who serve us can be summoned in a short, simple phrase. They are ordinary people who, by virtue of their service and sacrifice, are extraordinary. Let's never forget the men and women who know all too much the cost of freedom, and for their service to this country, it is the greatest gift of all. Thank you all. Thank you for being here. Remember, Memorial Day is a day of remembrance. On that note, Mr. G.
Thank you, Ms. Galfaro. Everybody give a round of applause to Ms. Galfaro. All right. So I ask everybody, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and the color guard. Everybody, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and color guard. Forward march. Salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag.
One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Color guard, about face, forward march. All right, everybody, please have a seat. And I would like to give a shout out to Mr. G alumni over here for doing the color guard. Give them a round of applause. Pablo and Frank. Thank you, guys. You did a great job. You can go back to your class. Okay, if we are ready for our Memorial Day parade, can I hear, yay? Oh, that's what I like to hear. So we are going to be starting off with kindergarten. And pre-K and kindergarten are representing the United States Coast Guard. The United States Coast Guard is the coastal defense, search and rescue, and maritime law enforcement branch of the United States Armed Forces and is one of the country's 8 uniformed services. It carries out 3 basic roles which are further subdivided into 11 statutory missions. The 3 roles are maritime safety, maritime security, and maritime stewardship. The 11 statutory missions as defined by law are divided into Homeland Security missions and non-Homeland Security missions. Please give a round of applause for pre-K and kindergarten as they pay tribute to the United States Coast Guard by marching to Semper Paratus.
Struck it, yet it's
applause for pre-K and kindergarten representing the United States Coast Guard. Next we have up is 4th grade representing the United States Marine Corps. The United States Marine Corps, also referred to as the United States Marines, is the Maritime Force Service branch of the United States Armed Services, responsible for conducting expeditionary and amphibious operations through combined arms, implementing its own infantry, artillery, aerial, and special operations forces. The United States Marine Corps is one of 8 uniformed services of the United States. Please give a round of applause for 4th grade as they pay tribute to the United States Marine Corps by marching to the Marine Hymn. Representing the United States Marine Corps. I do have a special announcement to make. We do have some students here that have relatives that are in the armed services, and I'd like to pay tribute to them right now. So we have Duke Balzaretti, who served in World War II, and Charles Lopipero, who was also in World War II in the Army. We have Edith Santamaria, who was, we're not sure what branch, but she was in there. And we are very lucky today to actually have a member of a member of the Army with us today, Uncle Tommy Rodriguez. If you could just step forward so we can say thank you for your service. Everybody say thank you, Uncle Tommy Rodriguez. He was a member of the Army, and we are very proud to have him with us today. So I want everybody to say thank you, Uncle Tommy. Everybody give him a round of applause. Thank you. Okay, next on our list, we have first grade. First grade is representing the United States Army. And the United States Army serves as the land-based branch of the U.S. Armed Forces. Title 10 U.S. Code defines the purpose of the Army as preserving the peace and security and providing for the defense of the United States, the Commonwealths and possessions, and any areas occupied by the United States, supporting the national policies, implementing the national objectives, and overcoming any nations responsible for aggressive acts that imperil the peace and security of the United States. Please give a round of applause for first grade as they pay tribute to the United States Army by marching to "The Army Goes Rolling Along." Representing the United States Army. So I gotta say, I just received a little bit of information, and we have Destiny Caruana in 4-310. Her mother is in the Army and is currently serving in Iran. So I wanted to thank Destiny's mother for her service, for serving our country over in Iran right now as we speak. So everybody, please give a round of applause for Ms. Cabrana, who is over in Iran fighting for our country. Next up, we have second grade, who is representing the United States Navy. The United States Navy is a seaborne branch of the military of the United States. The mission statement of the United States Navy is to recruit, train, equip, and organize to deliver combat-ready naval forces to win conflicts and wars while maintaining security and deterrence through sustained forward presence. The Navy's three primary areas of responsibility are the preparation of naval forces necessary for the effective prosecution of war, the maintenance of naval aviation, including land-based naval aviation, air transport essential for naval operations, and all air weapons and air techniques involved in the operations and activities of the Navy. Please give a round of applause for second grade as they pay tribute to the United States Navy by marching to "Anchors Aweigh." is 2-204. His sister, Miriam Rosas, is a sergeant in the United States Marine Corps who is currently serving over in Japan. So I want everybody, please give a round of applause for Miriam, who is the sergeant of the Marines over in Japan right now. We are very lucky to have so many people serve for our country and for our freedom. Next, the National Guard is a state-based military force that becomes part of the reserve components of the United States Army and the United States Air Force when activated for federal missions. It is a military reserve force composed of National Guard military members or units of each state and the territories of Guam, the Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, and the District of Columbia for a total of 54 separate organizations. Please give a round of applause for third grade as they pay tribute to the National Guard by marching to Always Ready, Always There. All right, everybody give a round of applause for third grade representing the National Guard. Which brings us to our last class for Memorial Day 2023, and that is fifth grade representing the United States Air Force. The United States Air Force is the air service branch of the United States Armed Forces and is one of 8 uniformed services of the United States. Originally created on August 1st, 1907, States Armed Forces in 1947 with the enactment of the National Security Act of 1947. The United States Air Force articulates its core missions as air supremacy, global integrated intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance, rapid global mobility, global strike, and command and control. Please give a round of applause for fifth grade as they pay tribute to the United States Air Force by marching to The Wild Blue Yonder.
Off we go into the wild blue yonder, climbing high into the sun. Here they come, so we to meet our hunger. Our boys in the gun. Hungry eyes, running away from hunger. Off the one, another road. We live and play, but without a thing.
It's nice that we're able to do all this again, and I also want to thank Uncle Tommy Rodriguez again for showing up. Let's give another round of applause for him. And for everybody serving, we have Destiny Caguana's mother in Iran and Miriam Rosas in Japan. And I just want to thank again everybody for coming out. And we're going to end the parade by closing exercise with our song, Proud to be an American. How fitting is that? But I want everybody to sing Proud to be an American as clearly and as loud as they can with pride for everybody that is serving here and abroad. And I wish that everybody has a lovely, enjoyable, extended weekend. And on Monday, when we're off, please take a moment to remember the people that are serving and that have given their lives for our country. Thank you again, everybody, for showing up today. And I would ask everybody to please stand and get ready for Proud to be an American. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a great weekend. Kindergarten and 4th grade is to go in first for lunchtime, and everybody can follow through. Have a great weekend, everybody.